Dr. Maya Angelou, as always, said it best. All my work, my life, everything I do is about survival. Not just bare, awful, plodding survival, but survival with grace and faith. It is that grace and faith that we honor tonight in the California Hall of Fame. There is much we know about the late Maya Angelou, and she has perhaps too many achievements to do justice to them here. Winner of the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the National Medal of Arts. Recipient of 3 Grammys and a nomination for the Pulitzer Prize. A famed poet, a grand orator, and a civil rights leader. She is a writer with an unmatchable ability to at once pierce our hearts and uplift our souls. Yet even her lesser-known accomplishments are somehow just as remarkable. Though born in the South, she moved to Oakland at age 14, and soon after became the first Black cable car conductor in San Francisco. In her early 20s, she also formed a dance team in San Francisco with a man you may have heard of, Alvin Ailey. And just 3 years after her groundbreaking 1969 autobiography, I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing, she wrote the film Georgia, Georgia, which was the first screenplay ever to be written by a Black woman. The list goes on and on. Her achievements seemingly endless, her legacy infinitely enduring, and through it all, one remarkable thread. Despite unimaginable pain and suffering, still she rose. Still she saw the beauty in humanity. Still she worked toward a brighter future. And still she brought us all with her to a higher calling and a higher place. And so it is our esteemed honor to bestow this award upon her today, and it is with great pleasure that we welcome her son, Guy Johnson, to join us as we induct the late Dr. Maya Angelou into the California Hall of Fame.
It up for me. First, I want to say it took no talent to be her son. In the name of Dr. Maya Angelou's family, I'd like to thank Governor Newsom and the first partner, and all those who voted to include her in this 13th class of the California Hall of Fame inductees. We truly appreciate this amazing honor. As I was growing up, I really didn't understand my mother or who she was. Even in my family, my grandparents, great aunts, and uncles thought she was strange. And frankly, she was one of the most daring people I knew. She spouted ideas and concepts that didn't become popular until 20 years later. For example, she called herself a Black person in 1950, when everyone else used the term colored and thought Black was a derisive and negative term. My mother would wear her hair natural and wear African dress, which embarrassed me, and always elicited snide remarks from other people of color. She would take me aside and warn me about the insidious qualities of racism and prejudice, and then tell me to always fight against the prison of ignorance. In my adolescence, I actually thought she was a troublemaker because she was always getting blackballed and fired from jobs for speaking up when she saw unfairness and injustice around her. Sometimes it wasn't even for herself, but other people. She used to say she would not let either unfairness or injustice happen in front of her without protest, because justice was so important that it must be fought for whenever it was encroached upon. She would tell me that the quality of justice one wants in their life begins at their doorstep. So, in this time of racial divisiveness, with impulsive presidential tweets ricocheting across the social media ether, remember all of those who gave their sweat and their blood to make this country stay true to the tenets of its Constitution. This is a fight that still must be won. So, don't be a prisoner of ignorance. And remember, justice ends or begins at your doorstep.